Hi friends, it's time for the Minis Challenge. This is the Fall and Christmas edition, hosted by Cory from Crafted by Cory. Links to the host and the playlist will be in the description box. Let's get started. For this first DIY, I have one of these jars from Mother's Day at DollarTree and these beautiful rub-on transfers with these gorgeous colors of these pumpkins. I thought would be really great to add to this jar. I need to get this image off, and I'm hoping that I'm able to scrape it with my razor. Okay, so really cute, easy DIY. You can just pop the little cork back in and have this just like this in your tier tray, or you can add florals, little pieces of wheat. I found these green hydrangea in my floral stash, so since I've got these green pumpkins, I'll just pop off a couple of these and stick these right into the top. For beautiful DIYs on a budget, please check out our host Crafted by Cory for great DIY inspiration. Once I had hot glued all the pieces onto the scarecrow, I just took this white apple barrel paint and covered this wood slat from Dollar Tree. Because of the size of the scarecrow, I thought it would be really nice to put it onto a piece of wood, and then I had created a decal in Design Space, and I went through 3 different decals. I tried to use a nice, cute, fancy font, and it kept ripping, so I just had to settle on the plain block font, and I just created Autumn Dreams. I even wanted to do like a faux shiplap on this little small piece of wood, and that didn't work out. So, you know, it ended up cute, but I did have a different vision for it, and I only have 2 fall DIYs in this video because I just really am having like the Christmas DIYs on my brain. So I did plan to do more fall, but I just, it didn't end up that way. So I only ended up giving you guys two, but I hope you enjoy the rest of the video because the rest are all Christmas sweets DIYs. For this DIY, I have 3 pieces of floral foam that you get at DollarTree, the 4x8. I'm reusing 1 piece from a previous DIY. Got my trusty lightweight spackling, DAP brand. I found this at Home Depot. The deep brown rich art paint from DollarTree, and then some candy embellishments that I found on Amazon, and I will link these in the description box if you would like to purchase them. So for this DIY, I want to make a gingerbread cake. I've never done a gingerbread cake, so let's go ahead and do one. So I have to first get my layers of my cake glued together. Okay, with these all glued, I'm gonna take my patch, my lightweight spackling, and mix it with this deep brown. And then I'll use this 6.9 by 2.9 floral foam, and I'll just cover it with the remaining. And although this little gingerbread candy tree was not planned, I was just hoping this would really turn out well since I had this excess of the foam whip. And so I was just trying to get it spread as evenly as possible, and I set that aside to dry and moved back to my cake. And when that was dry, I'm just taking this, just the regular spackle, and icing the top of this. The sides were not completely dry, but they were dry enough for me to handle this. So then I just wanted to get the white spackle smoothed onto the top. And then I take white puff paint and I'm going to go around the edge and then add some drips so it really looks like my inspiration piece. And once I finish adding all of the little fake icing drips, I'm going to take some of my faux candies and push them down into the foam and that spackling while it's still wet so the pieces can set up inside of it. And whenever the spackle dries, I'm going to go back over that with tacky glue and then sprinkle some of my little pieces of confetti sprinkles and some of the little nail charms, holographic nail charms I found at Dollar Tree. So they look like candy sprinkles in different shapes and different color variations. So when the tree was dry enough to handle, I just took some more of that white spackling and I mixed just a little bit of white paint in it just to get it a little bit looser, put it in a plastic bag, and I'm just going to go around the tree and make some little icing rings. And when that's finished, I'm taking one of the lollipops and I stick a hole in the top of the styrofoam and then push the little lollipop down inside and add some more of that faux whip around the lollipop. And then I'm just going to hot glue some of those little faux candies from Amazon all around my little tree just to make it a little bit more sweet. And then finally, I'm going to hot glue more of the little candies all around the sides of the cake so it really looks like the inspiration piece. And that will do it for this sweet little gingerbread candy cake. For this DIY, I've got gold, metallic paint, seashell pink, paint your own ceramic nutcracker from Target. This was $1 in a full red playground. So I'm not going to use those red and blue. I thought it'd be really cute to have him pink. And once that seashell pink was dry, I just used that gold to add just accents to the crown, the buttons, the buckle, and the shoulder pieces. For this DIY, I have a gingerbread decal I found free on Cricut Design Space, one of the Dollar Tree large bottle cap, hanging signs, red paint, and white paint. So I'm gonna start by adding just a light coat of white paint to my sign. So now it's time to place my decal since my paint has dried, and I did add another layer of the paint because this Dollar Tree transfer tape will pull up some of the paint, and I didn't want just the bare metal showing. I wanted it to be just kind of streaky. And I was right. So when I pulled off the transfer tape, it did pull up some of the paint, and it gives just that perfect rustic look. Nice and worn, this cute little smiley red Gingy. I think he's so adorable. For this DIY, I have a transfer 8 tumbling tower blocks that I've already glued together, green and red transfer paste, and white apple barrel paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a good white base coat on my piece of wood. I'm gonna put my candy transfers on here and use my red and green classic Christmas colors just to add another little sweet touch of Christmas to my tier tray DIYs. I rinsed my transfer off and added more of that red paste back on top, and this time the paste really came through and not so much of the paint was pulled up. So I was happy with the way that looked. And just for the final touch, I'm going to use the tacky glue and this trim that I found at Hobby Lobby just to go around the edge of my wooden block. And here are my fall DIYs popped into my fall tier tray. I really love the way these came out. Even though I only made 2, they really add a nice touch, and I really do love scarecrows, as you can see. And here are my sweet Christmas DIYs on a tier tray. I'm really loving these, and I'm gonna have to find more styrofoam in different shapes and do different colors of those little cakes. I really love them. I love this little rustic gingy, so adorable. Let me know what do you think of all my DIYs. And please don't forget there is a playlist. I will have a link in the description box to Cories' channel and the playlist, and I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.